The following podcast is being brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network.
Is love blind, or are your eyes just closed? How? How do we get here? You're going to find out next on Relationship Status.
Welcome back to Relationship Status. It's your girl, Nique
CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf in the building. And remember that you can listen to us on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, DefyLifePods.com, Spotify, Pandora, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast for free. Nique, how was your week?
It was good. It was relaxing. It was really relaxing. I got my hair done.
It's always good. Looks lovely.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. And see, a woman loves when a man compliments her hair. Mm-hmm. A change.
A change. Okay. We see the change. Cool.
Thank you. But yeah, it was a great week. How about yourself?
My week was pretty good. Got in, got out of work. That's all that matters. Had the boys this week. It's a very interesting weekend. Mm-hmm. Did a lot of driving, but, for the most part, had a good time. Yeah. How about you, C?
Ciao.
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 Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, Bella.
Mm-hmm. I am great.
You're great. Mm-hmm. And for those of us that don't know where ciao comes from, what is the origin of that, my friend?
What is that, French?
No.
Yeah.
Italian.
It's
Italian.
It's Italian.
See, I was testing you.
Man, you had me second guessing myself.
No,
never
never second guess yourself.
I was like,
no, it's Italian.
I wasn't sure.
I know. I saw it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I'm corona free.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, shouts out to being corona free.
Okay.
For all of us that are corona free.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Well, we're going to get started. First, we're going to start off with a little segment we're going to do for the month. It's Women in History Month.
Yes. A lot of women who made history.
A lot of women who made history. And Aretha Franklin is our woman in history today. She was the first female inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987. She receives mounds of praise and fame for her incredible contributions to the music world, but she tried her hardest to stay humble, claiming that she wasn't a big force in the feminism movement. I think that Gloria Steinem's role, I don't think I was the catalyst for the women's movement. Sorry, but if I were, so much the better. She said in an interview with Rolling Stone in 2014. So shouts out to Aretha Franklin for her role in women's history.
Thank you, Aretha.
Yeah.
Now, Nique, for $100, name me 3 Aretha Franklin songs.
3. And don't hit a keyboard.
Respect. Pink Cadillac. Gosh.
That's time.
Don't do that.
That's time. You don't have 3?
No, I'm trying to think,
That's
but
it.
I can't.
It's over. You already lost $100. On with the show.
Boom, boom.
No, because I grew up listening to Aretha Franklin.
But you only listen to 2 songs?
No, I can't think.
Okay. It's all right.
Because I the biggest one I always remember listening to Pink Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
And Respect you did in school.
I didn't, but okay.
Really? Oh, I did.
No.
So what?
Respect. Y'all sung that in school?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Listen, man. That Nique was in performing arts school.
No, I was.
Just like a little small. I'm not even gonna get into it. Okay.
Well, folks, today we are dealing with the question: is love blind, or does love blind us?
Or does it blind us?
Or does it blind us?
Maybe it has nothing to do with love. Maybe you're just blind.
Maybe you're just blind.
Mm-hmm.
Blind, baby. Blind to the fact.
Neat.
No.
She's
out. She don't know where that's from.
Okay, that's cool.
Roses. That's what's in the top of my head. And no, I did not Google that.
What? A rose is still a rose? The song from Mabel Lauren Hill? Yes.
That was like the...
That's on the tip of your tongue while you have your phone and you're looking at your computer?
My phone is
I'm
out.
just saying.
Seriously. You can see my computer.
Don't turn the computer.
Nique, I'll believe you.
Yeah, no,
It's okay.
Whatever.
It's okay.
Well, CL, I have a question.
Tell me. I'm going to answer it.
Can your emotions blind you?
Yes. But you have to open your eyes. Then you won't be blind.
But
your emotions can mislead you and have you going in directions you don't want to go. Just because.
Just because,
Just because what?
Well,
certain traumas you've been through.
Okay.
Yeah,
Certain
I can
things
see
you've seen.
Experience.
We do we have any dramas in? Oh, let me start with me because y'all just don't want to. Y'all don't want to pod today. I'm about to start podding right now.
I was about to bring. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You kind of jumped in.
I was waiting on y'all.
No,
You didn't wait on us.
I was trying.
Yo, see how I look like? You see how? Hey, anybody want to get in the pool? Hey, you're a splash.
We're here for
He
the
was saying
people.
it as he was jumping.
Yeah, anybody want to get in the pool? And jumped off the edge. No, go ahead, Pixie.
Go ahead. You got it. Floor is yours.
Okay. Ask me the question. Show y'all how quickly you answer these questions.
Do you have a trauma that has blinded you?
I do.
Okay.
I do. You sometimes can have a woman, since I date women.
Yes.
You know.
Well, we didn't.
So fill in the blank, whatever you want. Yes.
Obviously.
A person's willingness to try to be with you, you can convince yourself that you like them or love them. I had somebody who was going with me.
In their head?
No. Well, I thought we was cool.
Oh, okay.
But the way she explained her love, I was like, we must be in love because okay.
You ain't never.
I just went along. I tried to get along.
Okay.
It was cool.
Until
we wasn't cool. It wasn't no particular thing. But I never could match her love energy.
Was that a you thing or a her thing?
Oh, it was a my thing because I started faking it. Okay. I started letting my emotions like, maybe this must be love because she's doing all this stuff. Not knowing all the meanwhile she was just crazy. Okay. But so her emotional energy transferred to me and I was really putting forth effort.
Okay. I can see that.
And then I started to care.
Okay.
Because I was putting forth the effort to be
in love with her.
In love with the situation.
Until you realized that
she was just crazy.
She was just doing stuff because she was crazy.
That's how she is with everything.
Jump off the bridge.
Off the bridge.
No parachute.
No looking back. No, didn't check the depth of the water. Out of here.
Wow.
But you know,
so that trauma kind of affected.
It made me go even slower.
Okay.
This was early.
It pushed you back.
High school, 17, 18. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like, wow.
She real crazy.
I think she was more hurt than crazy, but her actions were a little crazy, but she didn't have the same amount of love coming up I did. Oh, so I thought maybe since you was doing all this stuff, just like this means you're in love. Yeah. So I tried to be in love. Like, okay, I guess this is what it is.
No.
But it had nothing to do with love. It had a lot of things to do with misplaced trust, hurt, abandonment, control, things she didn't have in her life.
Okay.
So you have to be.
She was trying to force it.
Oh, she forced it because I was
she forced it on you.
Maybe I'm just missing it. But okay. It's only been 2 weeks, but okay. Maybe this is where we are.
Yeah.
Hey.
I got you.
Yeah. So those emotions from certain traumas in her life
projected on you.
Yeah, and I was trying my best to match it. I was like, okay. And she was like, if you're in love, this is what you're supposed to do. I was like,
oh, okay. She was telling you how to be in love?
Yeah. I was like, what is
she was older than you?
No.
Oh.
Same age.
Letting her control
No. I gave her. I relented.
You submitted to her relentless.
I was about to say
yeah. Her persistence.
Yeah. Wore you down.
Was way greater than my resistance.
Yeah.
I was like, well, maybe this what we need to be together all the time.
Oh.
I was like, okay. It's a little stressful, but okay.
You stressful, but okay.
She hit him with the Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear you down.
She wear me down.
Wearing you down.
Yeah. So we're talking maybe 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we've been together like 10 years, like Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, that's not healthy.
Yeah. So you try to. I liked her, but it was just a regular like. She was somewhere else.
In her mind.
That was her reality.
Yeah, I was about to say that was her
but
reality.
It was in her mind.
Yeah, it was in her mind. A person's
be
reality is in their head, like the way they see things.
And I necessarily didn't know. I didn't know because I'd never been faced with this overwhelming burden as a person to say,
here we go.
I'm in.
I'm all in.
Yes. Yes. I ain't go for nothing weird like dressing alike or airbrush shirts or nothing. But it was a lot of like just this is what you do when you're in love. Like,
my God.
yes. So in her mind,
yeah,
this was love to her. To me, I was like, this is wild. I don't know if I want to be in love. This is too much.
Which is caused
that was trauma. Yeah, that was trauma.
Oh, it caused me trauma. Like, yeah. So if I see a woman acting that way, especially early on,
you're out.
I'm out. Man,
read the back of this jersey.
Man. I disappear like vamoose. Ghost. Like, I'm gone. So those traumas can lead to other traumas. You know.
What about you, Nique?
My traumas.
Tell me about it. Do tell.
I don't know how to, like, trust is a big thing to me. I don't like being, like, lied to about little things. Like,
but you said trust.
Yeah.
He lied?
Yeah.
Or was your fear he was lying?
Well, I've been lied to, so it was my fear that he was lying.
Oh, fear that you would fall for the lies again.
Yeah.
Okay. So that slowed you down?
Big time. It would be something simple like, he'll say, oh, well, I was asleep. That's why I didn't answer your call. And then this whole big thing would be in my head of how he wasn't asleep. He was just looking at my phone call, like his phone ringing and didn't answer, and it was probably.
But you experienced that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of took it into the.
You took the old thing into the new
thing and projected it out on him.
Oh wow, Nique, that wasn't fair.
It wasn't. It wasn't at
Yusuf?
Yes, sir.
How is
your trauma?
My trauma comes from my marriage, and the verbal. Mm-hmm. I guess I don't like saying abuse because it makes me feel like a victim of something.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are a victim of some sorts,
but it
not
wasn't
the same kind.
I wouldn't say I'm a victim, but it's caused me to remove myself from people who tend to have those particular mannerisms.
Okay.
Aggressive speech. And so as soon as you get a little bit aggressive with me,
you out?
I'm done. And I think because I fought through, I was like, okay, man, I could get through it. Man, she's just talking. I didn't realize the amount of stuff it was heaping on me. And a continuous heap on. And I think that eventually I cracked. And I was like, okay, well, this plus other things, I got to go. But for the overall of it, it's really affected me. It's traumatized me to the point where I just can't deal with anybody that, like, if it's an argument or anything, I'll shut down.
You stop.
Yeah, I stop.
Rather not even deal with it.
You said that before.
Yeah, I won't even.
You don't interact in argument. You just go shut down. Okay.
And then that's it. And then if they feel as though I'm being any kind of way or whatever, that's up to them. And if they want to be out, they can be out. I'll be out. Like, I don't.
Now, are you really out, or do you out and go back?
No, I'm usually out.
Out completely.
Yeah.
1,000% out.
Out.
I don't know about that, brother.
Out. No, I mean, because I don't do. No, I mean, like, if I'm talking about the verbal abusiveness of it, if a person does that. Now, arguing, I can hang around for some arguments, but when it's, I just won't argue with you.
Okay.
But if it's verbal abuse, like what I was receiving then, I'm
like they started getting below the belt and all of that.
Hitting below the belt and all of that stuff. Like, I can't.
You won't. You're not in for it.
No, I'm not in for it.
Okay.
Because I think that's just mentally, it was something hard for me to get over. So I'm just not going to go through that with people. With a woman.
Okay, with a woman, yeah.
Who
specified.
Who was born a woman.
Because I don't want people in your inbox.
Who was born a female. Like,
okay.
I'm just not going to go through.
Who's going to be in his inbox? Oh, wow.
He said people.
Yeah. You got to be specific nowadays. You got to make sure that you are outright, straightforward, and specific.
Well, I think everybody knows that the two of you like women only.
Yes.
We're born women.
Sometimes you got to remind the people sometimes.
You do?
Yeah, because there's a lot of things that classify under all of these different subtitles. Yeah. So, another emotion, what about overexcitement? You think overexcitement tends to blind us from time to time?
It has with me. I had a crush on a guy like for a long time, and I finally got his attention, and I just planned our wedding.
Wow.
Like, yes, I finally got him. Oh my God, it's going to be like this. This is going to be like that. He's everything I want. and we never got that.
Is
far.
that because you come in with a checklist, or what causes the overexcitement?
I think it was just like I don't know. I liked him. I didn't know him, and I didn't have.
You
access.
didn't know him?
No, I didn't. I didn't have that much access to him. So to have access to him to where he's calling my phone and I can call him and he answers, like that was dope to me.
So you were going with him before y'all even started going together?
Yeah, basically.
Now, how do you temper a woman's expectations with that?
I don't know.
Because if I just met you, but you've been going with me in your head for 6 months, I got to catch up and match your intensity, or try to find out like exactly where you're coming from. And those signs could be misread by the man.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know. I'm like, oh, so you've been in love. I just got
started
here. Liking you.
I just got here.
Yeah.
And you already.
Yep.
But dude,
picking out a dress.
But how do you identify the overexcitement? Like, it could just be like, yo, man, she really into me. Like,
well, I think that's what your ego would say. Like, she's just. I mean, I've been there. Like,
I was
she should like me this
dates
much
before we even went out on our first date.
No, but what are the signs of like the overly? I know a guy who an associate of mine has been in love with every single girl probably he's ever looked at.
Okay.
She's all I could ever want in a woman.
Mm-hmm. So he's in love with being in love minus the person.
Yeah,
so he's already in love.
Which is, I think that's the next one he's going to hit.
He's in love with the idea of being in love.
Of being, like, I love her, dog. And then like 3 months later.
I think people just fantasize so much. The fantasy becomes not the reality.
But it becomes something.
Yeah, it becomes something because the person is now there. But that person isn't the something. They're possession of you now.
Yeah. So do you think that the person, like, do you know whether this person is just in love with you or in love with the idea of being in love?
Well, I think you have to figure it out. And you know how I think the best way to figure it out is?
What?
Disappoint that person. Because you have to manage expectations with women.
You got to keep them leveled.
Sometimes you got to a calculated mess up is healthy for a relationship. Nothing. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just listening.
Nothing crazy.
I'm not looking at you crazy. I'm just listening. I'm focusing.
Like, you might have to just cancel a date if you're unsure. Not that you do this with everyone, but if you're unsure
about why they're there.
If you're unsure about a person, if you're unsure about the person's intentions, sometimes you have to create a test or some kind of pattern to figure out what they're really about.
Yeah, you do. A lot of women do that anyway.
Women don't do that.
Yes, we do. We test men daily.
They may test them daily, but y'all get in relationships with the wrong people all the time.
Yeah, we do.
All the time.
We do. But that's why we have like the 90-day rule in place and stuff like that.
That doesn't help any of y'all.
It doesn't. But we try to make. You
need more than 90 days because first of all, you could need less than 90 days if you ask the right questions, and that's what I mean about tempering the expectations.
Yeah.
Like, I might need to really see if you into me or you just into having me on your arm.
The idea.
Being able to go somewhere with someone. Because if I'm an escort, let me know. I'll give you my weekend rates, you know.
I think
what it costs.
One of my homeboys, he always says that he's single because women lack the responsibility of actually being with him because they just like the idea of being with him.
Is he that guy or what?
He feels like he's that guy.
Okay.
It's an interesting take.
So he thinks women just like him because they like him?
Because of where he may be able to take them.
Well, he needs to not take them to so many places. He needs to just pace it just to see. Because people will hide their intentions.
Yeah, they will. They bring their representatives.
You bring the representative?
Yeah. They don't bring their true self. Well, their representative.
Nique asked someone who admitted to bringing a representative. How did you do that?
I can't tell.
Because
on
sometimes
air.
women equate signs into falling in love. Like, he does this, so he must love you.
Yeah.
He did this with you. He's willing to do this. He's willing to do that. And that has nothing to do with love. Has very little to do with love.
I don't know.
What you mean?
I mean, he asked me, how do I become a representative?
Yeah, how?
Yeah,
I don't want to tell my.
Oh, you don't have
you
to.
don't want to tell your secrets?
You don't have
No. And then I can't bring my representatives nowhere.
Okay.
Well, I get you on that. So what about people how they allow their fear to blind them?
Fear can motivate you, or fear can keep you stuck.
That's what I was about to say. Like, it can be a
It
motivating
can paralyze you. Yes.
Bingo.
It'll paralyze you.
Fear of being alone.
Fear of being alone. Fear of some people fear the breakup and they haven't even started a relationship
Yeah,
yet.
fear rejection.
Yeah.
No, that's not necessarily
not rejection, just
but the
fear.
break. Like, they're looking at the breakup before they're even in the relationship.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it's probably gonna be ugly. Or
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
I just don't want to do this. So they don't even get in.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
They sometimes don't get in at all. It's not going, like you said, Nique, it's just not going to work. I don't see this working out. And we're a weekend?
Yeah.
Not even a weekend. We're not even 24. We're in that first hour of the conversation.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. They're already in their head. I see my friends all have somebody, and I don't want to be the third wheel.
Oh, you don't want to be that person who
fifth
doesn't
wheel.
have anybody.
Showing up, showing up to the party by yourself.
They're
Everybody
planning
else coupled
couples
up.
trips.
You don't get invited to couples night, game night, because
you're not a couple.
You're not a couple.
Is it worse to know you're not going to be invited, or they have it and tell you why they didn't invite you? Like, we didn't invite because you don't have nobody.
Well, I would.
Sometimes people force people in their lives to have someone to show up to those game nights with. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't show up. Like, if they playing the couple up card game, you can't show up to that.
You can't.
You can't take.
It needs
part
to be a couple.
I mean, because I've been escort.
Escort.
Yeah, an escort for someone.
You got paid for your services?
I got a meal.
Okay. But you knew it was an exchange?
Huh? No, actually, like, he just brought me to. He was like, "Hey, we're gonna go out," and I'm like, "Okay, what we doing?" He was like, just let me plan it, okay." And we were at his friend's house, and it was a game night. We were playing.
So he did it
Clue.
just to bring you?
Yeah, just to have somebody to bring.
What, shouldn't he tell you that? I see, like women. I see women can do this. Sometimes they want to.
Yeah, they want to grab a quick meal.
Not even a quick meal. What if they have an important event? And they don't want to be alone.
Yeah. And they don't want to be. But a guy, I would assume a guy would be more willing to go to something
than a woman.
Single.
Well, I wouldn't want the woman to misinterpret it. I'm bringing you around these people, and we're doing this thing. Like, this is what we do.
We would have. So it had to be an upfront conversation.
It didn't sound like it, Nique, right?
No.
Okay.
That had to be upfront. Like, I would have to tell you.
It wasn't
upfront.
at all.
You would tell somebody, I just need a date?
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, I need a date.
No,
and
like,
I'd be more willing to ask a friend, a single friend.
Mm-hmm.
No, Yusuf. Do you want to be at the party and somebody asks you about your relationship and you're like, we're just friends?
Hey,
I'll be like, this Yusuf. What?
No, I'm
but
saying.
at that gathering, I found out, like, he brings a lot of women.
That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother show.
It felt kind of awkward, and that was on the way to dinner.
You felt used?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was just there, and like he kept introducing me to everyone. Hey, this is Janique. Hey, yeah.
How does he introduce you? Like, this is my friend, or this is my lady, this is my girl?
He would just introduce me as, this is Janique. Yeah, we're here together. I brought her.
Cause that's how I'd introduce it.
That's how you would do it?
I would go like, hey, want y'all to meet such and such, and just let it sit. Wouldn't even.
Oh, wow.
We didn't even go on no further. You don't need to know.
But with you as the date, you wouldn't ask, what do you introduce me?
We would have that talk early before we got there. Hey.
Well, you better if you're a guy.
But he
just
put
wanna
it as
go to.
in, we were just stopping by somewhere really quickly before we went out to eat.
Oh, you got tricked.
Yeah.
You got bamboo.
So I didn't even
Banana
know
in the
this
tailpipe.
was in the plan. Yeah, I didn't even know this was in the plan for us to do. I just like let him plan the date, and so I was under the assumption that we were just going to dinner, going to do some things. He was like, hey, I got to stop by a friend's house real quickly. And I was going to sit in the car. He was like, no, come on, get out.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then like I walk into this like house full of, it wasn't a lot of people. It was maybe like 6, 8.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot. Anything more than one. That's a lot of
Maybe like
people.
everybody was kind of in the living room. It wasn't like everybody everywhere. Like it was just like, and everybody looked at me like, who is this?
Yeah.
Nique, what? I'm gonna put some of the onus on you here.
Okay.
What signs did you miss?
I mean, I don't know what signs. I have to really think
Because
back.
somebody inviting you to something of significance early would definitely be a sign. I'll be like,
Yeah.
why you?
I looked at it as he just liked me.
Oh, you
No,
thought you was cool.
to go somewhere.
And
I
he was
don't
like,
know
he
if
was
I-
excited to show me off. I mean, I'm a big deal.
Oh, you are. You are.
Okay.
You are, Nique.
That's how I feel.
Yes.
I mean, you're supposed to feel. Why are you not supposed to feel like?
You should feel that way.
You should always feel that way. You should wake up in
You
the
don't have
morning.
to quantify
Yeah.
your feelings to us. Like,
No.
that's
I
how you
don't.
feel? Like, big deal.
You know.
Big deal, Nique.
I'm dope.
Big deal, Nique.
Okay.
So him, you know, and they kind of boosted my ego, like, oh, he's showing me off.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, yeah,
Did it like burst your bubble when you found out he always brought girls around?
yeah, that was where,
Wow.
yeah,
It's like,
Wow. He's a show off, or what? What was he?
he was just like, yeah, and he was, you know, walking around, and everybody kind of like,
did he like
kinda
pull
like
you around by the
scattered?
hand? Did he like pull you around by the hand, like held your hand all the way around?
no,
the
he
room?
held my back. He kept like, you know, kind of guiding me.
Oh, the old bad guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
small of your back or upper
Yeah,
back?
no, small of my back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta find that medium. It's too high,
Yeah.
and it's too low, and it's right in the middle. You gotta get that right in the middle on the back. It's
Yeah, you don't want to be a
that
creep.
friendship zone.
You don't wanna be a creep.
See, but the smaller the back is a little creepish.
Really?
No, you just let her know what you about. about that action, none of it.
So we fall in love. What do you think are some things we ignore about our other when we're in love?
What do you mean that would lead us to being like blind?
The things that we're blind. We're in love. Love has
Love
blinded
is
us.
blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, So
Oh.
what do we think would be maybe what? Somebody's spending habits?
Spending
do
habits.
Do you think we look by
Oh, okay.
that?
Well, sometimes because you have to impress women.
Yeah,
at
I was about to
first.
say, if a man is like spending a lot of money, a lot of times we overlook that. Be like,
No,
oh,
you
yeah,
think
I
you're
don't-
worth it.
I don't think
you don't overlook
Yeah,
it.
women don't overlook that. Women don't overlook that. They expect it. What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
no, no.
No, I'm not even saying for
No,
myself.
you let her see the receipt. Yeah, you let like.
Like guys
will
be like,
this
oh
cost
yeah, I
me?
bought a $300 watch.
See, I don't.
Is he buying gifts already?
No, for himself. But
Are you
I
talking
mean,
about he's said
he's
to
telling
you?
me, yeah,
Oh, yeah, no,
what he's
I don't do
spending.
that. I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Okay. Yeah, but if you spend something like what you should buy things that they have to figure out the cost. Of.
Yeah, that's
Like,
yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, how much did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that you overlook, especially early on.
Well, when you're trying to fall in love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy to overlook the way a person spends their money. Are they going to the club a lot?
Well,
are they?
Yeah.
Are they trying to show off and make their money a part of this thing, or is it genuinely this is what this costs and this is what I pay?
And this is what I pay. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
it.
paid it.
For me, it's like I don't like guys that tell. Like I don't care what kind of watch you have on. I don't even know about watches. I couldn't tell you a watch brand.
Okay.
So when a guy comes to me and says, "Oh, this is a so and so and so," yeah, these are expensive.
Why would he tell you that?
A lot of men do. I've had
So
plenty
is it
of
to
men.
show off?
I believe it's to show off to show me how much money he has and that he can spend.
See, but in
And
this
then he's
case,
expensive.
that doesn't. You're not blinded by that because you're annoyed by that.
No, not necessarily.
It might
Sometimes.
suck you in sometimes because
Yeah.
you're like, maybe I can get me a
Okay.
$300 watch.
Yeah. But then when you get involved with him and you start to see like he rents shoes.
Who rents shoes?
Nique,
Listen,
Nique,
I am
Nique.
just hearing about this.
Nick, you got to start with this. You got a lot of propaganda going on. There's not a shoe rental company.
I don't know.
Who do you rent shoes from? Your homeboy?
I guess. I don't
What
know.
Stitch Fix?
No,
I have no idea.
They
This
don't
is something
rent
I'm
shoes.
just finding out
They don't
about.
rent. They send you clothes monthly.
Yeah, and then you send them back, right?
No. You get to buy them.
Oh, you keep them?
Yes, you don't wear them and send them
wear
back.
them and send them back?
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, that's what I always thought.
Nah, I used to be a customer for about 3 months.
Just 3 months? You didn't like?
They didn't send. I don't know. They must thought I was a Caucasian man.
Really?
Yes, because the clothes were not good.
What
Nice clothes, but they just wasn't
Your
style.
not my style. Not according to the profile I fit. I said
They didn't pay no attention to the profile.
Nah. Boys had me a lot of relaxed Dickies and all types.
Oh.
Listen, man.
Dickies are not Caucasian wear, is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Relaxed ones.
The
Relaxed ones.
Yeah.
I never seen. I have to Google the relaxed.
Yeah.
Dickies.
Yeah, relaxed. A lot of cargo pants, like I'm an EMS worker or something. Huh?
Oh, never mind.
Do you find it easy to, when you're blinded, to overlook procrastination?
Well, if it interferes with your relationship.
Yeah.
Like, it can interfere with you. Like, at first is
Subtle.
well, I think sometimes, I know with women, procrastination about getting ready could be a thing.
Yeah.
So if it's early, I like to establish rules.
I am guilty of that.
You gotta add 5 to 10 minute grace period, or this date is over. Like, I'm going home. I'm gonna show you. We're not gonna be doing this.
And I am a last minute person when it comes to dates.
But some women start that the first time and it's cute. Mm-hmm. But then by the 40th time, you're like, listen, we got to be there at 7. It is 5 o'clock. You have 2 hours. No, you have 1:30. It's going to take us a little while to get there. That's
so
not
bad.
cute.
At all.
No, that's not cute at all.
It's not even close.
Or what about when you need something done? Because when you're first in a relationship, you might work with a person a little bit, and then, after you done had sex with you a little bit, you all of a sudden looking at the clock on everything. You counting everything. You did that 9 times. Like,
whoa! I didn't even know I did it once. What are you talking about?
I ask you, to do such and such.
To take out the trash.
Yes.
Wash the dishes.
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
The dish is still in there. I said, but you told me that 5 minutes ago.
Do you think sex changes that? Because men are the nicest man in the world is the man who wants to have sex with you. That's the nicest gentleman in the world.
True.
He is super duper nice.
He's going to be the man.
Yeah, and after, dealing with each other, not just sex, dealing with each other a little while.
Yeah. Becomes a little comfortable.
Yeah, I would
comfortable.
say comfortable.
Yeah, you never want to be too comfortable.
But
I think that you have to be. No, I think that you have to be
comfortable to a level.
No,
to a point. No
comfortability. I think that you have to consistently be uncomfortable. I think that's when you get the best you. When you give off the best you. The uncomfortable you, I think, is what brings out. Let me speak from my experience.
Okay.
I think that you have to be okay with being uncomfortable, and that means that you're never really set, because you always have to be taking yourself a step further. You're trying to outdo pretty much yourself.
So who gets comfortable most, men or women? Because we get comfortable with different things.
Yeah, I feel
depending
women,
on
the things. Depending on
I feel
what
like
it is.
women do.
With what? Comfortable with you paying for everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
And they have money in their pocket.
Sometimes more money.
No. I have a friend who living girlfriend at the time, got like a $40,000 settlement. He didn't know she got the settlement until like a year later.
Are you serious?
And they lived in the house. They had a house. He paid the mortgage, car insurance. She paid her car note. He paid his. Property tax, everything. And he works a lot of hours. She's got $36,000 sitting in the bank. And he found out on accident.
How do you find out?
He's about to tell us.
Her mother drove his mother-in-law car. And there was like a bank receipt in there. The mom's name and the daughter's name was on the receipt.
Getting nosy, not minding your business.
No, he was cleaning her car, and it was in the car. So he goes to her and asks her, "Is this amount right? Like, we're over here kind of struggling. I'm getting extra hours, and you got $36,000 sitting in the bank."
Yeah, I went like that.
She would get out,
and then after he started putting pressure, he found out she got the settlement like a year ago. Didn't say a word. Came home, went to sleep, did everything.
What did she say?
And put it in her and her mom's account.
It was they already had the account.
Okay.
They didn't go set up the account. It was like her childhood account.
Still.
It was like her childhood account. So her mom was already on the account. But somehow they was together, went to the bank, got withdrawal or whatever, and they had the balance on the receipt. That's why you never get receipts from the ATM, man.
Email.
Always pop, no receipt.
I had email.
Listen, I'm working 60 hours plus hours a week. Got an extra job, got a lawn care company on the side, and you have $36,000 sitting in the bank.
What was her explanation? What was her explanation? Like, what was her?
That was her explanation. She was like, "That's my money."
That's her money.
It's not her money.
Ooh, you live together. I guess it is her
That's
money.
community property.
How's it community property? She got the settlement. She fell at work.
True.
That's not hers? No?
I wouldn't say it's theirs, but
She could have told him.
she could have told him.
She could have gave him something.
No, she could have helped.
She could have just bought him dinner.
Not
Pay
even
the
that.
car off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why not?
Do you got to ask her? I don't know. She had that money saved for a rainy day in case he act up.
Oh, in case that FU money.
Yes. She had 36,000
Women always
FUs.
need FU money.
But she didn't even share that with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So she was really comfortable with what they were doing, and what she had no effect on her life. There's no doubt in my mind if he would have got some kind of settlement,
he told her.
he would have told her or gave her something, or
He would have called her today.
Like, here's-
baby, guess what happened today?
here's $5,000 for you. You put it away for yourself, and you'll
Yeah.
something.
You
So
know?
people get comfortable.
Dang. That one hurt me, see.
I know, man.
that one
That's
That would
nice.
hurt me.
That
I mean,
was-
even if a
that
man
was
had
it.
30,000 in the bank,
And he knew you needed some help.
yeah, and he didn't help.
Nique, it's not your money. Why'd you say?
But still,
Like, but if you see me struggling and you love me, and you know that you have the
Well,
ability
I
to
think
fix
it's-
that.
Oh, don't say yourself. You start right there. He can't have FU money.
Yeah, he can.
What?
Well, no, they'll sound
But
like
why watch me struggle and you know
she
you
watched
can
him struggle
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
for her.
But that's what, like, my thing is, if they didn't live together,
You would feel better about
I'd
it.
feel better about it.
No, they live together,
If they didn't live
and they
together.
have
Yeah, that's what
they have been
bothers
living
me.
together at least 7-8 years.
Oh
That's what I'm
yeah, they're
Before
common
then.
law.
What?
Yes,
That's
a long
common
time,
law.
maybe 10.
So anything
Oh, he's
she
entitled
got,
to half.
yeah, he's
How?
entitled
He's
to
at
that.
half.
Yeah,
common law marriage.
he was there when all that went down.
Okay.
He probably took care of her while she wasn't working.
When was-
Oh,
So the-
she didn't work for like 6 months.
Oh yeah, no, some of that's his.
Yeah, that's his. That's
his.
definitely. He might have accrued the entire check over the time in which he had been taking care of her.
Really?
Think about that. If he's paying,
I don't have to.
if
It's
he's
wrong.
paying the
How did he
mortgage,
react to it?
punch in the throat.
No, we are not going to condone
No, I'm not. But the non-political side of me is he at least deserves a shake. A little shake. A little, like, believe it or not, he was just hurt. He felt betrayed.
But that's
About as sensitive as I've seen him be.
But I think that's
Other than like his child being born.
Yeah, that's the
but he
correct-
was like, he was blown away.
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
After you shook her.
Yes. yes.
Shook her. We're still not putting our hands on women.
I know we're not condoning it, but
Maybe just put it on the washing machine.
just-
Put her on a washing machine.
Something, let it shake. Something, I don't know. Take on a bumpy road.
That's what I'm about to say. Taking the crop all the windows down and lock them.
just like something. Put on back of your truck. Something.
yo, I don't
Be going
know.
80 miles per hour on the
Because
highway.
I think that there was definitely.
It definitely caused a
him-
rift in their relationship.
Did they end up breaking up?
Yes.
Of course.
I don't know if it was just about the money.
But that had
But
to
it's-
play a part. 'Cause
That
I
is
don't
like a
think
big part.
I don't think it's about the money. It could have been $10 you want on a scratch off. Let me know. Like it's
Oh no,
about
if I want $10, no.
what I mean by that is
But anything you
the
win was small or big.
Yeah, the concept of it is if we're in this together, we've been living together 6-7 years. I pay the mortgage. I pay this. I do that. You and you didn't get, like I said, it wasn't a $10 scratch off. Like you got 40 grand put into an account, and you consistently for the last however many months it was since she had the settlement up until the time you found out, you're sitting there and watching me bust my ass, go to work, pick up these extra. And the thing about it is, I didn't have to.
Oh, well, he probably could have did a little less.
Yeah, I didn't have, I could have just worked maybe my main job because we had a way, because there might have been some things that we're paying on that we could have paid off that as a couple.
Why are you trying to dress this up, man? She was wrong.
Yep.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm getting to.
She was dead wrong. I'm saying
I could understand the hurt. I could understand him being hurt. Like I think that's the biggest thing.
I can understand him being hurt
and being betrayed. And man, listen,
that's a big betrayal.
Yeah, that's a huge betrayal. That's up there with cheating.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Whoa.
That's up there with cheating. She cheated on him financially.
Really?
Oh, that's a thing.
She cheated on him financially.
Is that? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Like, now that you put it in that way.
Yeah, she cheated on him financially.
She cheated on him financially. She had funds and probably did whatever she wanted to do and watch him struggle.
Baby, how you got your hair done?
In the same household.
It's some extra money I had just laying around.
Meanwhile, he probably didn't get a haircut for like
probably
weeks.
Had a haircut in weeks.
He got bald head, but he
got a bald. He was
yeah. But you want to go get to the barber sometime, get a bald head?
Yeah,
like,
You want to get that wax clean.
Yeah, I just.
But anyway,
I don't know. We kind of got away from reactions. We didn't talk about reactions that you may be blind from initially. Because in the beginning, we accept a lot of behavior we won't accept 5 years from now.
Well, I would say when we're from the beginning and then into the love portion, like from the beginning, because we're kind of feeling them out, and then when you actually fall in love, like the shades come completely down.
Absolutely.
And I think you see what you want to, not necessarily what is
the actual reality.
Yeah, and I think like one of the reactions I think that irk my nerves is the overly dramatic reaction to everything, whether it's good or bad. Like
there's no middle ground.
Yeah. Oh my God! Like, did you see that? What? He walked.
Oh wow!
He walked yesterday.
What if a person always is consistently pissed off?
Man, listen.
Man, what? Listen to what?
Those people suck.
Those people suck.
Yes.
People who are consistently pissed off.
Always pissed off?
Listen, I'm going to tell y'all honestly.
Somebody that's always pissed off?
Somebody in this room is always pissed off.
Really?
Who's always pissed off?
Me? Really?
No.
Oh, no, not me.
Not
I know
the girl.
now. I know now.
I am not always pissed off.
I talk to you once a week. You always pissed off.
That
just pisses me off.
I am not always pissed off.
At least once a week. Sometimes 3, 4. No? Okay. Wrong guy.
See,
wrong guy. All right.
I might say the word, but I don't think I'll be
brother.
pissed off.
You be pissed off a lot.
Every day?
Every day, but at least a couple times a week. You just pissed off like about what?
If I'm pissed off, it's usually a justification for me being pissed.
Of course, the person who is pissed off is. It is. They always have a justification.
Okay, then I guess I'm in that.
Yeah, just don't be pissed off, man.
I'm doing better.
Just pissing me off.
I'm gonna try to do better.
Okay.
I just ain't gonna tell you no more.
Yeah. Don't tell me at all.
He gonna call somebody else.
No,
piss me off.
No, I'll be honest. Like, I can't. Me and CL talk about 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
Every day.
It's a lot of time.
4 hours a day. Every
I'm
day.
the female. I can't talk to nobody.
Yeah, we'll be at work, Nique. We can't call you at work.
Yeah.
We can't call you.
Not 4 hours literally, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like throughout the day, he said
it could
4 hours.
but it could be a reason why. Well, sometimes it is a reason why. It's
That's
not
what I was
just
about to say.
hey, girl.
Men don't just talk on the phone.
We don't just talk on the phone.
Yeah. Men never just talk on the phone. It's always about either business or something.
Some of the things.
It kind of goes on because there's a lot going on, so it kind of just interweaves into 5 or 6 different things. But yeah, I guess I got to change that. I didn't realize I always.
Yeah. Now, what you could have done is been defensive.
That's what I was going to say, because he is always
you
defensive.
did kind of.
I am not defensive.
He's always defensive, Nique?
Yeah.
He don't like when you tell him something?
Nope, not at all. He don't listen to me.
What?
He'll listen to you before he listens to me.
What?
I can tell him to cut off the TV. He will sit there and stare at the TV, and you'd be like, hey, okay, let's cut off the TV. He'll cut it off.
Nique, I can't even say anything to you
Yeah.
without me being.
What? Nique would be defensive?
Yeah.
Nique.
I don't know what he's talking about.
See, you see what I mean? See, right there, that right there.
That's what it is?
Look, she look like.
Okay. But you have to be wary of the defensive people.
Yeah.
And I think you deserve the right to speak about it. Some people don't want to talk about anything.
At all.
Yeah, and that can lead you down a bad road. Because you can put up with it initially.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's okay. She's just having a bad day, but
when the bad days turn into weeks and months
and years, and
that resentment start to build.
Mm-hmm. She's never the problem, or he's never the problem.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's never the problem. She's always the problem.
She ain't always a problem, but she has the most problems. I'm not upset with anyone.
No.
Yeah. So I mean, defensive. Is there something people commonly get defensive about? Like family.
Yeah, I was about to say family, kids, especially in relationships.
They say in relationships, kids
can kill it.
Yeah.
You're like, don't touch my son, or don't talk to my kids like that.
Oh.
Well, here's my thing to that is,
you
shouldn't have. If this was the reaction that it's going to be, then should you have chosen this person to be with?
But they didn't know.
That way too.
No, okay, I'm lost here. Tell me what now?
No, like, okay, for instance, if you tell my child, sit down right now, in that tone, I could say, I don't like the way you talk to my child. Mm-hmm. And it's not really that deep, but some people feel like you shouldn't talk to my children at all.
Some people just don't address my kids.
Child. Yeah.
And they want to be in a relationship with you?
Yeah.
I've personally not ever experienced it, but I do know of some people who have.
Me too.
Where it's like, don't talk to my child like that.
Mm-hmm. If you got a problem with my child does something, come to me. Don't address it.
I got a friend who dealt with somebody, and the woman is overly defensive about her kid.
Why is that?
Is he a boy?
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm talking
women and their boys. You might as well not even date them.
I'm talking to the point of
give it the whole woman. Huh?
Yeah. Don't even date them. It's hard to date a woman with a boy.
Man,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Never heard this concept before.
No, I mean
tell me more.
If you were to sit there and like could hear the stories and the things, and like he's grown now, like he's like,
oh wow.
20s. And to this day is like, we'll fight you if you.
Maybe it's a disconnect with her, the child. It's just bad.
I've tried to talk about figuring out what it is, and I just can't come to, in my professional opinion, of that, which I'm not a professional.
Yeah, you might have to bring in a professional for that.
Might have to bring it as a whole. They just gotta go talk to somebody, because
what do you call it? The Oedipus complex, like Baby Boy.
Yeah, Oedipus complex.
Yeah.
Like it really is. Dating a woman with a little boy, it's very, and I mean, I'm a woman saying this, it's very difficult, because you're not going to be able to address him in any kind of way, because he is the king of the house.
Oh, okay. Well.
See, that's
he's the king of the house. He's here before you. That's her little boyfriend that you are never going to be. That's her priority.
That's weird.
Well,
but it's true,
and it's hard to crack. Like, you can't. What had to come understand it from my homeboy was, you'll never get her to that point where she's past that point of
that she trusts you to
do whatever it is that
to father this child. I'll put it like that.
Oh yeah,
really?
She's never gonna let you do that. No, he's good. He has me.
Oh yeah, no, because even if there was times where he would try to do something and step in, and the kid would go to the mom and then
change it up.
Yeah, whatever it was would get changed up, or she would go to my homeboy and be like, "Hey man, this is too harsh." Mm-hmm. Blah blah blah, and she'd just be like, and he'd be like, "Man, and he almost felt to a point where it's like, okay, well that is your son, so I understand. You see what I'm saying? Like, that is your son, so whatever it is you want done, then that's what we'll do." Backing down off his stance. Now, on the flip side of that, I got another homeboy, who lives with he just had a little girl with his girlfriend, and they lived together, bought a house together, and she had an older girl. Okay. And the older girl got caught drinking.
In the house?
She came home from a party or something drunk. And so my homeboy was like, He woke up the next morning, went to the store, bought a boatload of liquor, brought it to the house. Oh, you want to drink? Let's drink. Mama was like, no, I don't want you. He was like, look, we're not going to have this in my house. We're not going to do this in my house, blah, 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 blah. So he wanted to show her that you can't do this in my home. And it went to a point where the mom was like, okay. Now, it never got to the point where he had her drink, but he was like, you can't.
Oh, he drunk?
No.
Okay.
He didn't get to the point where he actually had her drunk,
drinking.
but he got her to the point where it was right there, where he's like lined up shots and was like, no, we gotta take all these. You want
this is what you want to do.
Yeah, this is what you want to do.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's unconventional, but
they never got to the point where he started to drink.
Okay.
And he was like, got to the whole punishment and this, that, and the third. And then the mom came to him and said, well, I think the punishment is a little harsh. He said, okay, if you think the punishment is so harsh, you and your daughter can go move in with your mama. You're going to leave my little girl here. But if this is what we bought into, I've been here for this little girl. I have been her father figure. I'm going to treat her like she's my own. And the mom was like, you know what? You're right.
Oh yeah.
And she
got out.
Yeah, and she backed down and just went with it there.
Wow.
Which was.
Which is what?
Yeah, which is to me, which is kind of like a thing of them working together, like her realizing his place in her daughter's life, and how he has been there for as long as he's been there.
Well, what does that mean? It's not her husband.
No, that is true, but I think that, I think that on one side you had my other friend where the guy was never given any kind of anything to reprimand the kid.
Hold on a second. You didn't marry her. How you want to make chocolate chip cookies without chocolate chips?
Well, hey, listen.
Hey, for horses.
If they've been living together for...
That don't mean nothing.
And he done raised this child himself?
It means nothing. Okay. Don't let these women use you like that. You either marry me. You're not going to take all my good years and tell me I don't have any power.
That's what I'm saying.
Either I'm going to be this child's stepfather, we get married, or whatever you want to call me, Papa, or whatever, Mister, whatever. I don't agree with it. I think the woman is wrong, but she's absolutely right. You're not going to tell her how you're going to parent her child. It's her child. I'm not saying it's right.
I just don't. I would be honest. I disagree.
So what right does it give you because you've been going with a mama for 6 years? It's still her child. It's not your child.
No, it is her child. Well, then
marry her.
And you're right, but then this is one thing that's going to keep us from getting married.
No, you didn't get married and had a child. If you wanted to be that little girl's dad, maybe you should have followed steps 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1, 7, 6, 2. It doesn't give you any rights just because you've been there.
But she's the one that doesn't want to get married, though.
Then get you a new woman.
Okay.
If she if she doesn't want to be married, right?
Well, I just think when you're dealing with somebody, when you, especially if it's been a long period of time and you're in somebody's life,
that means nothing. Because let me tell you something about a woman. When a woman is done with you, she's done with you, brother. I don't care how long it's been. We get all caught up in, they'll guilt you into time. And we've been together all this long. But when a woman is done, she out, brother. I don't care if y'all been together 47 years. When she say I'm done, she's out. She ain't looking back. Okay. So if you want the rights, you better do the right thing. That's all to it. Like, you can't. It's still her child. And if a police officer comes there right then, what's he gonna tell you? You're a stranger.
No, I don't disagree.
You've been living in the house with her for 6 years and you're still a stranger.
I don't disagree with the fact that that's her child. At the end of the day, she has the right to make whatever decisions she wants when it comes to her child.
Then you shut up and sit down.
Then we don't need to be together.
Oh, that's fine.
And that's fine. And that's what I'm saying. Like, then we don't need to be together. If the mother and the guy come to an agreement of this is what.
The agreement is we get married, and then we can agree on other things.
But what if that never changes? After you get married, it don't change. You get divorced? Because that can be...
Whoa.
If you can...
Hold on. Get married first.
Yeah.
Once you get married, then you can establish some things differently.
Well, no, you have to establish that before you get married, because you don't want to get married and then you don't have no type of control of your home.
If you get married first, y'all can talk about that. Why are you about to get married?
Nah,
but if you're not married, just because you've been in the house and you're taking care of someone, that's your choice. You don't have to do that.
In scenario one,
okay,
they were engaged.
It doesn't matter.
No, you talking about
married.
That's in the process of getting married, and this was one of the things. The reason why they didn't.
Okay, it's the process of getting married. Is a process because it's a process? Is marriage because it's marriage?
Yeah, but you said your point just now, CL, was you could talk about that once you're on the way to being married, like in the middle. Okay, getting to marriage.
So if y'all can't agree why you're engaged, then you don't get married. And you don't need to move in.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
Oh, on that point, we agree.
Anytime you put the horse after the carriage, you go in the other direction. You ain't going the direction you want to go.
I just feel like
you can feel all you want. When you go to court for slapping that boy on the back of his head,
I would never
go to jail.
I would never put my hands on another person's child.
Oh, I would.
I would never put my hands on another person's child.
Yeah, I always say I cut ass.
Okay, no, tell me.
I would
Listen, that sounds cool.
Never put my hands on.
I don't understand how you think you have rights when you're wrong to begin with. You're wrong. Like, you either marry this person and becomes that child's stepfather, father, mother, and then you talk about rules of discipline.
But I think it's an early conversation, though. You can't marry into that and then
nobody. But you're missing the point. These are things you talk about while you're in the process of getting married.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just,
he went and moved in.
She moved in with him.
It doesn't matter. She moved in with him. He moved in to her. They still live together.
Yeah.
You skip processes, but you want the same results at the end. You don't. It doesn't work like that.
We just want to disagree on that because I don't.
What is there to disagree with?
No, because I don't feel as though I said when you're talking about dating somebody,
we talking about facts or we talking about feelings?
We're not talking about feelings. I'm talking about.
You keep telling me how you feel. That's not the facts.
It's not about feeling. No, it's about.
You said this is how I feel.
No, this is my opinion. If that's what you say.
Yeah, being in that situation, you want to make sure that when you're in this, when you get into this marriage, you're gonna have control early on.
Nique, listen.
You don't want to get into something.
You forfeited your control when you didn't go through the process.
You cannot get married first and then decide.
I didn't say, Nique, you keep moving the line. While you're engaged in the process of getting married, you discuss those things. You don't just jump in and move in together.
Well, I'm not a fan of moving in together. Now I'm not a fan. No, seriously. I haven't been. No.
You've been a loyal fan for 20 years. Now you're not a fan of moving?
Not to getting married. I think you learn fire by trial. Trial by fire.
No, I can watch you get burned.
Yeah,
no, I'm good. Ooh, I can't do that.
Nah, I'm not doing that ever again.
Okay,
that's not happening ever again.
Okay.
I'm not moving in and then getting married.
Well, first of all, we're moving in blindly.
Yeah,
and that's what you do when you're in the blind. Yeah. You're moving in, hoping it goes right. Now, what are some things that lead us to get into relationships blindly?
I think.
What's number one? It's a 4-letter word.
Lust. I want that thing.
You want it.
I want that.
Sometimes you get that thing.
And then when you get it might be some of the best piece of pie you done ever had.
Oh, wow.
Of your life.
Oh, right. Wow.
Maybe you was just hungry.
Some regular old cracker?
Yeah, regular old cracker, boy. You had no pie. You had a cracker.
A little saltine.
Yeah, a little saltine.
It wasn't even a saltine. It was that Walmart brand.
Nah, you didn't even know.
Walmart brand. The berry got salt on it?
Yeah. Got 1 grain of salt. They've been counting it.
Yeah.
You're like, hold up. Give me some ginger ale.
You think lust is the number one reason?
Yes, it has. Man, to see somebody and then to want, it's almost, and then you get a piece and it be really good. There's almost nothing for some.
So so it's worse when it's good.
Yo, what? Man, you about to
preach to the choir?
Well, what? It's worse when it's good.
It's worse when it's good.
Man, when that thing good, There ain't nothing a woman can't. A woman probably get anything out of a man
For a little while.
For a little while at least.
For a little while.
For a little while. That man, I think he in love.
Wow.
And some women too.
Women too. They be lusting.
Yeah, women too be lusting.
They be lusting.
Yeah.
Now, you see them.
Yeah.
You see them.
I was gonna say something.
Nah, don't say that, man.
No, don't say it.
A lot of them lusting women be at Walmart late at night too, son.
Looking, searching.
Hey, man, I'm telling you,
Searching.
I was violated at a Walmart one time. I was.
Can you tell us about your experience?
Yes. Well, no, that's a different one. That's a different one.
That's a different one.
This right here.
What happened, see? How were you violated, my brother?
I was walking down the aisle. Mm-hmm. 3 ladies, who were, let's say, healthy. Looked like they had a few drinks that evening. Went out on the town. Asked me to grab something off a shelf. Grabbed it off the shelf and gave it to them. Well, cool. One lady grabbed me with like the back of my elbow and said, "Who let you out of the house tonight?" Oh, please don't touch me. Please, ma'am. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. And just started saying start violating me in front of me. I just had to walk off.
Just verbally violating you.
Man, I was objectified.
That's not right. See,
that's not right.
People out here.
So I understand what women go through, even though that's only happened to me once. I understand exactly what they go through.
It be hard.
They looked at me with very lusty eyes. I was like, no, ma'am. I'm here just to get some bread.
Yep.
Trying to go home.
So a man come grab you on your arm. Hey, gorgeous.
Women, people violate.
Don't touch me.
Jesus Christ. That's how I felt.
That's how you felt?
That's how, and then the other one, she kind of like boxed me in a little bit.
You couldn't get out.
I almost had to go a spin move, a Euro step to get out of there. But she was, I was like a friend lining me up from the back. What's going on? Talking about, all right, now take care of yourself. No, I will not take care of myself. So lust is out there.
Yeah, I think that's probably number one, because I think it's so easy. It's something that's so easy to get into and to fall subject to, especially if there's a strong attraction and then the person is any kind of personality. I think that just allows the lust.
Oh, that puts it a little further over the top.
It puts it a little bit over the top, and then, like I said before, you mess around and get that thing, and now you're really gone, and you can confuse that then ends up blindly leading us into you believe that this is what I'm like. I'm gonna have these Ritz crackers for the rest of my life. After about a month, you realize you ain't nothing but a saltine.
A saltine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my new thing. Must be a saltine.
Wow.
She didn't. Did you get the reference?
No.
Oh Lord, nigga.
You know I have to come, with the blind moment.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, man. Eddie Murphy.
You never. Okay. You know who Eddie Murphy is?
Yes.
Not Norbert. Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Okay. Yeah.
He had a comedy. You know he's a comedian.
Yes.
He had a comedy routine.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Raw?
Delirious.
Delirious.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on Delirious. Is it on Raw? Which one was second?
It might be on Raw.
Raw was second? Raw was second?
He had the black leather suit on.
Yeah, that's Raw.
Yeah, that's Raw. That's Raw.
It was a red. I thought it was a red leather.
Yeah, red and black. I believe.
Yeah, red and black.
Yeah.
Look like Michael Jackson.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got that.
Okay, so we.
All right. Lust, but I think that there's a level after lust.
What's that?
Infatuation.
Yeah, that infatuation. Sometimes you get caught up with people.
You think you love.
Get caught up. Boy, you think you like them and you don't even know if you like them.
Or you like them and you think you love them.
Oh yeah. Like, oh my God, I like him so much. I think I feel this in my heart. And then
you don't realize you don't love them until something at the end happens. Like,
and you don't love them.
And you be like, man, I didn't love him. Like,
I didn't love him.
I thought I did, but it's so easy. Like when you realize, like after the breakup, and you it takes you such a short time to get over it. Mm-hmm. I think when you in love with someone, it usually takes a process to get out of it. You got to go through a little bit of things. You need to go a little bit of counseling. You got to kind of get yourself and your mind back together, get your head and your heart back aligned. But when you're infatuated with somebody and you break up, and you get to that aha moment,
is it like an empty feeling?
It's like a. It's like a
aha.
It's like an aha.
You don't know what aha means?
That's like an aha moment. Yeah, I think it's
like when you finally realize, like,
yeah.
Oh, you saying you do know what that is? Or
yes.
Okay.
Okay, I am
you
not
looked confused. Yourself. Did it sound like she knew?
Yeah.
It sounded like you didn't know.
It didn't sound like you knew.
I'm the one that said like an aha moment. And you was like, yeah. And you was like, do you know what that means?
Well, I thought you were saying, what is an aha moment?
I thought you said what? No.
Okay.
You're right, Nique. I got you.
I said
I'll back
it's
you up
like
on
an
that one.
aha.
I got to back
it's
up. She's like,
yeah, aha moment. Okay.
I'll give her that one. I'll back up.
What is like? You saying what is that? Like,
I don't know.
okay.
I know what that is.
Okay.
I just think
I'm not that blind.
Yeah, when you get to that moment, that's when you realize that it was some heavy and not that love. I need you every day feeling.
Is that a feeling?
What when you're in love with somebody and you just want to be around them, you want to be in their presence. You I think it's such a hard thing to explain because I think love is objective to the person that's loving. I think people love in different ways. So if I'm in love with someone, what I show as my way of showing that I'm in love with them might be different than the way somebody else does.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what?
He got his hand up.
Yeah. What is in love?
Oh,
I think there's a difference between loving someone and then being in love with
got
someone.
love for them.
What is in love?
When you're in love with someone, I think it's two people.
What's the what is something you'll do when you're in love that is different from when you love a person?
Put them first.
Tolerate a lot.
That's not in love. Why would you tolerate something? You should be able to talk and express yourself to that person.
Communicate. I understand.
I'm
what
not
you
putting up
do.
with your bad behavior because I'm quote unquote in love.
It doesn't have to be bad behavior.
Okay, well, if good behavior is not something you have to deal with?
I mean, because
good
it may
behavior
just
is
be
great.
something you don't like.
What you mean you don't like?
Like, say for instance, you're not a people's person, but the person you're in love with is. You may tolerate going out to a lot of public places
and gatherings.
Yes,
and stuff
and
like
then
that.
you start gaining resentment over the years because you're going to get tired of it because you're going to get tired of compromising.
Well, but
so you're better off having the conversation before you even start doing it.
But if you're in love with someone, you have that conversation, and you may go, "Hey, I'm going."
So if you love them, you don't have a conversation.
If you love them, I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
I think you still
You
have
said
a conversation.
yeah, so y'all have to explain this to me.
You have a conversation.
You'll have that conversation, but you still may have the conversation to compromise. Like, okay, we're not going to go out.
Why can't you just have the conversation? You're compromising and what you're saying are two different things to me.
Okay.
Maybe I'm just seeing it wrong.
Okay.
But if you're in love, you compromise. But if you love someone, you don't compromise?
Oh, no. I think you
because
compromise.
the original question was, what is in love?
I'm not a fan of compromising anyway. So,
so she said, if you're in love, you can compromise.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of compromising regardless.
Okay.
But, I mean, if you are, then.
So what's the difference? What is in love? In love.
What is being in love?
What is being in love and being what is being in love and being?
Well, for me, being in love is when two people love each other equally.
Mm-hmm.
Love is never equal. No.
That's how I see it.
No, love is never equal. Love has never been equal.
I think being in love is where you love a person so much.
So much you what?
So much
let them mishandle you?
No, you start to change yourself. You become it makes you want to be a better person to continue having that person in your life.
So that's what in love. When you're in love, it makes you be a better person.
It makes you look. It makes you look at yourself.
Okay, so what does love do? Because I don't know what being in love is.
You don't know?
No, I honestly don't know. I heard it. I probably agreed to it. I don't know what it is.
You never been in love?
Yeah.
Then why don't you know what it is?
Because that's what they labeled it. I don't call it that. I don't be like I'm in love.
What do you call it?
I love you.
Aww.
It's just what it is. It's love. Like, I don't know what in love kind of sounds like there's something different than
I think it's no different. Someone.
So you think it's just a bad use of words over that everybody
I
uses? I'm in love with her.
But it might be. I think it's.
And frankly, are you in love with somebody? Because the only person I'm in love with is me. I'm not in love with everybody.
You're selfish.
Maybe, but I don't let my selfishness treat you bad.
Yeah, I think that there needs to be now. If you're talking about relationships and stuff like that, I think there needs to be.
I want y'all to tell me what in love is, because y'all have not told me that.
There needs to be an ounce of. But you just use.
I just said it because they use the term. I don't call it being in love. If I love you or I don't love you, it's no in. It's love, in love, and don't love.
Okay, well, looking it up.
Aha moment.
No, looking it up. Looking it up. Tell me if this is something that you maybe agree with.
Okay.
Loving someone is about how they make you feel.
Okay.
Being in love is about how you make them feel.
Okay, so how could you be in love? What's the difference between being in love and love?
Like maybe your actions towards the person.
Not maybe. I'm not in love. I don't know what that means. I don't know how to explain. But you said in love as if it's different than being in love.
Well, the way I've equated it for me has been something that there's two people that are loving each other.
Because you said being in love is equal.
Yeah.
And that definition says nothing about equal.
It's different. I'm just saying that's the way I have always thought about it.
I just think it's like an old wives' tale. We just repeat it over and over and over and over again.
Well,
I'm not sure if it's a real thing. Kind of like the boogeyman. I don't know,
I mean, that's a possibility. I think you just. Oh, look, it's possible. It's possible.
Well, that's our poll question. What is being in love?
What is being in love?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I need to know.
I was going to make a whole song.
Or what's the difference between love and being in love?
Yeah, I don't know the difference. I honestly don't know the difference. I'm not even trying to just be combative. I really don't know.
And I guess the fact that I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know if we ever knew.
I don't know if anybody actually knows.
I don't know.
You know who might know?
Who?
The listeners might know.
So we might need to
hit our fans up, the fans and the listeners.
Yes.
If you want to answer that question, email us at rsp@godefylife.com. That's rsp@godefylife.com. Let us know what you think. What's the difference between loving someone, and being in love with someone?
Okay, and we'll pose that question.
And we'll put that question up on our Facebook and Instagram pages. Okay, Nique.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining on our conversation this week. Thank you for listening. It's your girl, Nique Cruz.
CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf. And for Nique, CL, and Yusuf, we are out. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Relationship Status Podcast. Remember that you can catch us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, DefyLifePods.com, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast. If you would like to join the conversation or leave us a Dear Nique, email us at rsp@godefylife.com. That is rsp@godefylife.com. Or you can call us at 843-310-8637. That is 843-310-8637. Follow us on all social media platforms at RELSTAT Podcast. And don't forget to comment, share, 5-star rate, and review.
Welcome to the Defy Life Podcast. For in-depth, entertaining, often hilarious, always real talk about sports, culture, lifestyle, and current events, join us and become part of the movement. The Defy Life Podcast. New episode every Wednesday, everywhere your favorite podcasts are available. Brought to you by the Defy Life Podcast Network. This is Defy Life.